Hey everyone, it's Jack from Cultaholic.com back with another news video. John Cena has officially challenged The Undertaker for a match at WrestleMania 34. One more match as he billed it. This will be The Undertaker's last match. No, seriously, you guys, it wasn't the last one where he very much appeared to retire at the end of WrestleMania 33 after losing to Roman Reigns. No, this will be his last match, or it will be if the dead man accepts the challenge. But do you really think that they wouldn't now go ahead with this match after having Cena call out The Undertaker on Monday Night Raw to a huge ovation? I'd find it very hard to believe that this is just a tease. I don't think they'd promise that sort of match without delivering it to us. We've also got some news about a new match type being announced for WrestleMania, and also the interesting position that Braun Strowman finds himself in after last night on Raw. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at all of the news. So yes, first of all, as I mentioned, John Cena has thrown out a challenge to The Undertaker. He took to the ring after failing again to forge a path to WrestleMania. Never mind the fact that he's John Cena and could pretty much challenge whoever he wants. He decided to, get to WrestleMania via legitimate means. He tried to win the Royal Rumble and failed. He tried to win the Elimination Chamber and failed. He tried to take AJ Styles' WWE Championship on Fastlane on Sunday and failed in that as well. And then he realized, you know what? I am John Cena, I could probably just call out The Undertaker, and that's exactly what he did. He didn't blame WWE for not making the match happen, he didn't blame the fans or anyone else, he blamed The Undertaker directly and said, look, if you were ready to fight me at WrestleMania, if you weren't ready to fight me at WrestleMania, then you wouldn't be putting workout videos on your wife's Instagram. That's quite a shocking breach of kayfabe when it comes to the dead man. I know that social media gets referenced all the time in feuds these days, but rarely do you see a wrestler refer to The Undertaker in a way that breaks his mystical, spooky zombie gimmick. So John Cena broke a little bit of new ground there. There's been one or two rumours online in the wake of that promo that he'll come back as the American Badass rather than The Undertaker, but I think if this is to be his very last match, he'll be doing it in his dead man gimmick, absolutely. In other news on Raw as well, WWE announced a new match type for WrestleMania 34 and a new landmark women's match as well. So in the men's division, of course, they have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which I believe is entering its 5th year this time at WrestleMania 34. And they're also going to have the first ever Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. I mean, it's an exciting opportunity for another woman on the roster to make a name for herself. Apparently, it will feature women from both brands, and I suspect a couple of NXT superstars as well. But, I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but Fabulous Moolah is a very controversial figure in the wrestling industry. I'm not going to go into too many things right now, but Moolah has been accused of some pretty nasty things over the course of her life in wrestling, and it seems like a curious choice that they decided to honour her with the Battle Royal. Of course, there was the Mae Young Classic, and Mae Young and Moolah were part of that same old generation, but Moolah is certainly a more controversial figure than Mae Young was. So even though there was the Mae Young tournament, having an annual match in honour of Moolah at WrestleMania seems a bold step, shall we say, a bold step from WWE. But nevertheless, I am quite excited to see who wins the first ever Moolah Memorial Battle Royal, and hopefully, you know what, I want them to give it to someone from NXT. I want to see someone from NXT step up and really be given a good shot. And finally, the new #1 contender for Sheamus and Cesaro's Raw Tag Team Championships was decided by a Battle Royal last night in the main event of Raw, and it had a surprising pair of winners because it was only one man. Braun Strowman won the Battle Royal and is now the #1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Bit of a strange one. I'm sure this will be ironed out and made into a proper match at some point in the next few weeks. Maybe Strowman will get a partner. I'm hoping he gets a partner. I don't really know what they do with the storyline where Strowman holds both of the Raw tag belts. I mean, I guess it would be interesting, but I'm just more of a traditionalist. I just quite like tag team matches to have 4 people in it rather than 3. But yes, Strowman ended the match. I don't think he was actually an official entrant though, so there'll probably be some shenanigans involving that as well. He eliminated everyone and stood tall as the #1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The story here is, of course, that Sheamus and Cesaro have run out of viable opponents in the Raw Tag Team division. They even cornered Kurt Angle at one point backstage during Raw and demanded a trade to SmackDown so they had more opponents, more competition. But instead, it looks like they found a challenge in the form of Strowman, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens in regard to this storyline. It's a unique one, and it's got my attention, so at least it'll be interesting. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching this news video. I've been Jack from Cultaholic.com. You can follow me on Twitter at JackTheJobber. You can follow all of us at Cultaholic, and you can check out our Patreon if you want, patreon.com/Cultaholic. And there's one more thing never to forget, and that is, of course, to join us.